Hi guys, guess it's time for a new update on my shuttle Tydirium. First of all, among lots of work which I've done since the last update, I've colored all the inside area of the ship with a coat of silver to get rid of light leaks from the engines, the control lights and navigation lights and everything. All the other work I've done so far can be split in two parts. First of them is the work over the engine section, and the second is what I've done with the cockpit. So let's first start with the engines. To hide all the electronics lighting the engines from the viewer, I've used two pieces of polystyrene tetrachlorate, guess it's called so. Well, it's the plastic that is commonly used in food industry, mainly for making bottles for soft drinks. Mine, the sheet of that plastic I'm using for this build is something around 1.5 millimeter thick. So for making it same radius with the engine section part of the kit, I've put it in a boiling water, so it melted it and made it quite easy for changing its structure and form. It was like a solid two-component putty when hot. So I've managed to place it around a small aluminum tube, and after that placing it out of the boiling water to the air, it rapidly became solid again. So I've managed to make it a little bit radial to fully cover the inside of the engine section. After that, I've used this matte finish, the PBO Vernis Matte. It's a wonderful finish I'm using for the majority of my models. It's quite easy for using with an airbrush, but using it with a simple hand brush without filling with alcohols or water, it provides special whitish effect on the surface, which is used here. You can see that the inside of the engine section became absolutely matte and get that whitish color, just the one I've expected it to become, as it provides a good coverage for the optics inside my model, and besides that it gives a whitish tone to the blue light of the engine, just the one we've seen in the Return of the Jedi. Next, I've put the halogen lamp inside and helped it to stay in place with a little bit of glue from the glue gun, and then made a light reflector from a small piece of molybdenum. Molybdenum is a perfect metal for making reflectors, light reflectors out of it, due to the fact that first of all it's quite reflecting and very easy for working with. My piece of molybdenum was very thin, so I've managed to cut it with a simple knife, and it was quite easy for forming an angled structure to cover all the lamp around. Now, before I put the lights on, let's have a quick look at the cockpit area. As you can see, the cockpit area is fully complete. I've colored it with a German grey from Tamiya, using also some standard matte black for all the small control panels inside, and after that gave them a light touch of silver, white and red to resemble the standard Imperial control panels look we've seen in all the movies of the original trilogy. I guess it's turned out quite similar to what we've seen in the movies. I've also placed the two figures inside. One of them is an Imperial officer and another is a guy in the standard white stormtrooper's armor. After that, I've gave the cockpit a slight touch of silver dry brushing, and it was ready. Another thing I've added to the cockpit is a fiber optics lighting for the controls, and also the corridor running all the way to the main entrance into the hull of the ship. The main entrance was provided with those grill-like panels, lighting with this single LED, a blue one, which also has a molybdenum reflector, so these panels can be seen both from the cockpit when they lit up and from the area when the boarding ramp is down. Well, let's look at the closer at the ramp. The small light leak inside the ramp will be gone when I place the upper section of the ship. And well, now let's look at this baby lit up. Alright, here are all the lights running. You can see one in the cockpit. I'm using two different LEDs for the cockpit, one white and one blue LED. Here you can see the grills lighting from the inside, and it can also be seen through the boarding ramp. And here how the engines look. The one else thing, the last one I've done so far, was placing two blinking LEDs under the ship to make the navigational lights. Okay guys, that's all the progress so far. Hope to make some new updates quite soon, so stay tuned.